everyone, welcome to our first tutorial of the WP Design School series. We're excited to be launching our online website to teach you about all things WordPress. Today in this first video tutorial, we are going to show you how to set up the Softaculous AMP system on your home computer. AMPS is a complete desktop package which includes a software stack of Apache, MySQL, PHP, Perl, Python, and the Softaculous auto installer to get you up and running a server platform on your computer. So the first thing I want to talk about in this tutorial today is kind of some of the applications that you can run on AMPS. There's a lot of different apps. In fact, they have, if you go to their website, you can see it here, they have just around 310 different scripts or different installer packages that you can run with AMPS. So the first thing I want to look at is just some of the apps that Softaculous is able to run. So I just want to walk you through a couple. So the top 10 scripts, if you go to their products, and you go to Softaculous, you'll go to their app area where they show their scripts. So you go to where they show their scripts. So some of the big platforms they run in CMSs are Wordpress. So we have Wordpress here, and then Drupal, and then Joomla is another big one. So they have Joomla 3, the brand new Joomla 3, Concrete 5, CMS Made Simple. A lot of these CMSs which are out there on the market. And Typo 3, that's another big one. So they're out there on the market, and you can take this and you can install it on your personal computer. Basically what I would call your development computer. So that's what I'm using this computer for. I have this on both my iMac and my MacBook. Another cool thing is there's other e-commerce softwares that you can look at using. So one being OpenCart, which is a large e-commerce software that's used by many. PrestaShop. WHMCS, Magento, and those are the four that are the biggest. So let's go ahead and we'll get started. We're going to download this to our computer. So we're going to click on download. So first of all, you want to go to softaculous.com, www.softaculous.com. And once you get there, you'll go to downloads. So we're going to go over to AMPS, and we're going to download AMPS. Now there's other packages there. You really don't need to worry about these. This is for like a VPS, if you had a VPS, and just some different things. So we're going to go over here to AMPS download. The current version is 2.0, and they have this available for both Windows and Mac. That's one of my favorite things about this application. So we'll download. I'm going to download for Mac. If you have a Windows, please download this software. So we're going to save this to our desktop. Now if you download the Windows version, you should see a .exe file, which is a standard file extension to install anything on a Windows computer. So now that this is downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Double click. When the Mac file opens DMG, it shows I can actually drag it into my applications folder. So on the Mac, you're going to just drag it into your applications folder. And then on the Windows, you should just have like a next. You just keep going next and install the whole package. Okay, so now that we have this package installed, you're going to go to your applications folder on your computer, on your Mac. If you're on a Windows computer, you should have down here a start menu, and you should be able to see that in your folders. So we're going to go to Applications, click on AMPS, and then I'm going to double click on this icon to start it. And then as you can see down here, it's starting to pop up. Okay, and then to start AMPS, basically what you need to be able to use this software on your computer, such as WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, and some of these other CMS and e-commerce platforms, you need to have what they call Apache and MySQL running. So what we're going to do is we're going to start Apache. And it asked me for my password, so I'm going to put in my password for my Mac. And then we also want to start MySQL. Okay, so now that those are started, what I'm going to do is, you should see this to something similar on your Windows. You're going to click on this home icon. Now this is going to open up basically your backend for Softaculous. Okay, so we're going to get to installing WordPress since we're working on that as a tutorial. So under blogs, you're going to find WordPress, and we're going to click right on the title WordPress. You're going to go up to install and press install. And here you're going to see you can choose a protocol. I normally leave this set as it is. You can change it later on in the database if you want to. And then our domain is going to stay with whatever the software has when you install it. So this is the standard IP the software has when you install, and this is where they put, they have all those, they have like MySQL and PHP working with. So we're going to put this site in a directory, and we're just going to call this my website. And we're not going to do a .com at the end. We don't want to do that. We'll just leave it at my website, and we can change the .com later when we bring it over to a live server. Database name, you can leave that as it's set. We got the table prefix, and we normally leave that the same. We can change that if we want to basically make our site more secure later. We're going to enter a site name. I'm going to say my website. And we'll just do my website again for the site description. Now here you select an admin account. This will be what you use to log into your WordPress dashboard. We're going to leave it as admin and password. And no other settings that we need to mess with right now. We'll just press install. You see it's submitting data and it's installing. And now we have a live website at mywebsite.com. So it's on your server. So it's going to be 127.for.me.0.0.1. It may be different for you. And then /my website. So now I have a WordPress working website on my development computer. Okay, so that just kind of walks you through the basic tutorial of installing WordPress using AMPs. We're going to go back here to AMPs. So now, like, what I like to do is I'll go back to blogs in my home page, and I'll click on WordPress again. And now you can see my installations right here. So this is my installation, and you can do multiple of these if you want to work on multiple sites. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I'm always backing up my site, because just in case, something were to happen, I just want to make sure everything's saved. So I go here, select backup. And then you can see that the path that will back it up is to my application amps folder underneath the www. Folder under my website. So I want to do backup installation. And every time I edit my site or I do anything with my site, I want to make sure that I always go back here and try and do that. So we're going to go back over to our website now, and we'll look here, and we're going to log in with our user credentials that we used. So on most WordPress sites, when you first install them, you're always going to have a login on the front page. But if for some reason when you're building your site, you don't want to have a login on the front page, all you have to do is go to your website. So it could be the .com if it's on the live server, and do /wp-login.php. And this takes you to your login page where you'll log in. And we used for the username admin, so we'll log in. And we used password as your password, as a password. Okay, so now I'm in the back end of my WordPress website. Here you can see posts, media, pages, appearance, plugins, users, tools, and settings. So we'll go through a couple of these later on in our tutorial series and just show you, walk you through some of that stuff. I'm also going to install a couple plugins and show you some cool ones that I'm using as with my business at GoGo Media. So that concludes our first tutorial in our WP Design School series. We hope that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be putting more videos up here within the next couple weeks. And we're going to walk you through some great WP tutorials here at WP Design School. And we look forward to you hopefully subscribing. Be sure to like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/WP Design School. We also have a WP Design School group, and if you want to join that, you go to www.facebook.com/groups/WP Design School. We look forward to you joining our community, hopefully, and we look forward to our next tutorial.